Okay.
Para creer.
I look bigger than you because I'm forwarder. Okay, I'm gonna so I'm gonna read some of your guys' paranormal or like unexplained experience stories. Introduction. This is Soul. But anyways, yes, we're back. I know we haven't posted in a while, but I do have some videos that need to go up. I'm gonna put them up later. Oh, I just have to edit them first. But I have like some vlogs that need to go up from trips I've taken, and then also a few like this baby's gonna come out soon.
I know.
So I'm pregnant if you can't tell. That's why I'm gonna be out of breath through this video. But anyways, I asked you guys to send me some scary stories because I've been trying to watch them like on YouTube, but I don't know, they were just.
Well, it kind of makes it better when it's like people's stories.
Yeah, like your guys.
And they send them instead of.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read some of you guys' stories. I only picked out like 6 or something like that. I don't know how many stories are gonna be in here, but I couldn't do all of them because there's way too many. But if you guys want, we can do a part 2 or do something else. I don't know.
Maybe next time we can do it like, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, this one is not like
scared,
more.
dude.
I don't think this one's not really like paranormal, but it's like unexplained. Like what the heck? Like how did that happen? He's all scared. Tell me your intro that you had before. Did you record it?
I didn't record it, but.
Do it.
Hoy estamos de regreso para contarles algunas historias que nos han traído aquí a donde estamos.
I'm scared when he sounds like.
Hasta me pongo yo, ay, güey, se me encuera el chino. No, pues es que sabía un programa, no sé si era en qué canal era, pero siempre hablaba así.
Ahora en estas historias vamos a contarles lo que ha sucedido con esta niña, que al parecer ha desaparecido.
So, anyways, this is from somebody that sent this to me. They said my crazy story. My ex suegra told me. Back in 1989, she had a 1-year-old, and he didn't know how to walk at the time. She fell asleep at her sister. This like literally, oh, I don't like this. I don't like things that have babies in them. And she fell asleep at her sister's and her cuñado's house. She was buzzed, so she went to sleep, and she told her cuñado to bring the little boy in her room with her when he was done playing with him. The next morning, she kind of panicked because she didn't see the baby in the bed with her. So she looked all over the house and nothing, and then she went to ask her cuñado where the baby was and that if he took him to sleep with him, and he said no. And she went to the living room and saw that the cable from the house phone was cut off and the TV was on that colorful screen. And later they found her baby in a bucket of water, face down, unresponsive. They investigated and they saw that there were 4 footsteps of the baby walking towards the bucket, but he didn't know how to walk, so no one was ever charged with murder. And she was so sure that it wasn't the baby that went in there because he couldn't even stand. So how would he be in the water?
What the fuck?
And she said.
But this was like their grandma's kid or what? Oh, her
she said she thinks that the cuñado probably did it. On the baby's death certificate, it said it was an accidental drowning. Maybe he killed him in some other way, and then maybe set it all up so that it looked like.
Mm-hmm. That's fucking
like maybe he
crazy,
killed him,
dude.
and then like he's like, oh fuck, and then maybe he like put the baby in the bucket of water to be like, oh, he drowned. I don't know. Sadie didn't walk when she was 1.
No, she was like a year and 6 months when she first.
I mean, they can crawl, but why would there be footsteps? Anyways. Big, stop it. You're gonna have freaking too much sugar and you're gonna get chorro. But anyways, okay, here's another one. They said the house that my parents used to live at was haunted as fuck. It was the creepy corner house, and the mesa was right behind it. The misa or misa?
Mm-hmm.
Misa was right behind it. And it wasn't, so like there was a church behind the house. Did I just see my armpit? Sorry, my armpit's itching. And it wasn't a very old house, so the noises that it made were very unsettling. Doors would open and stuff would move around. Just average stuff when we first moved in. Then she started to hit the fan after a few months. My younger sister was 3 at the time, and I woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, but I thought it was her standing in the hallway outside her room. She used to sleepwalk, so I didn't think anything of it until I turned around. Until it turned... What? I can't read.
Babes, you fucking scared me. Stop.
I woke up in the middle of the night. to use the bathroom, but I thought I saw her standing in the hallways. She used to sleepwalk, so I didn't think anything of it until I turned around to turn the light in the bathroom on and she was gone. I didn't sleep that night because that definitely was not my little sister. Another time I got really spooked because I get sleep paralysis and I saw a little boy, maybe a year or two older than the girl that I saw, and he would just chill by the door of my room. I would try to wake myself up or move so that he could go away, but whenever I tried anything, he would walk closer to my bed. And it wasn't so bad until I saw his face. The kid was messed up. He had a mouthful of the most fucked up teeth I'd ever seen, and he always was smiling really big, and his eyes were messed up too. One was stuck looking up at the ceiling and the other one was staring into my soul. He had no nose and it was just 2 holes in his face, and I never wanted to look up murders in that house or anything because I felt like that would have made stuff worse. I know when you like go investigating, you're just like,
but dude,
why?
if I see things, I'm not living there. I'm moving out.
I know, right? Like, no, I know, and then, but it sucks because some people's situations are like, they have to live. I would be like, I'm staying at my mama's house or something.
I know. The energy that you create,
and also sleep paralysis sucks.
It does. Like, if you guys have ever had sleep paralysis, like it literally feels like it's so real.
One time he said, I never get sleep paralysis, and he got it that night. Dude, so don't say that.
That's fucking creepy. I don't want to think about that. I
don't like it. I know my son has got it for sure because he was like, Mom, I was trying to wake up and I couldn't wake up. I only get it when I sleep on my back. If I sleep on my side, then
maybe
we're fine.
We should, like, when we see him sleeping like that, move him.
I do. I move him. Okay, so it says, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I only put this in here because I'm like, I can kind of relate to that. But she said, I'm a stay-at-home mom and my son is in pre-K, and sometimes I'm home by myself and hear footsteps upstairs. But the other day, I deadass heard someone say, Mama, while I was in the shower, washing my face. I hate when you're washing your face and you're just like trying to get the soap off and you're like, okay, hurry up because there's probably a demon staring at me. I opened my eyes and looked out the shower curtains and no one was there. My son was still sleeping. But I feel like that happens because we're like, maybe it was like one of those, what is it called when you're traumatized because your kid's always like, Mom, Mom. I hear my kids too.
Yeah,
I literally will take a shower when you're at work. I take a shower and I hear the kids like screaming bloody murder, like things falling, and I'm like, Jonathan, what are you guys doing? Like, we're sitting down watching TV. I'm like, oh my god.
It's because we like when you're in there, I feel like you're thinking that they're like just fighting or doing something, so like that kind of goes into your head.
But I don't.
Because I've heard them like yelling. And I'm like just kind of thinking, showering, and I'm like trying to pay attention.
I just don't like creepy little kid things because like whenever I'm sleeping, because you're the parent, like you can't be scared. Whenever I'm sleeping and I hear my kids like. Well, I'm like, what if it's not my kids one night? But you know how like they cry in the middle of the night. And
they'll literally sometimes they'll like cry because I've gone
and they're dead asleep.
Ah! And then they just pass out. Because I've gone like
I've made you go check.
But I've seen Jonathan do it or Sophie or something.
I haven't seen him do it, but I've heard it and I've heard them scream like like a scream, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, go check on Sophie, or like I heard a little girl crying and it was probably Sophie, so go check on her. And he goes and he's like, they're all passed out. I'm like, okay. Oh yeah, this one. She said, when I was in 5th grade, stop picking your toes, babe. We're literally on camera.
I'm putting my ring on there.
Ew.
Anyway.
Excuse me, I have
okay.
her. She said, when I was in 5th grade, it was winter break the day after Christmas. And me and my brother were up late playing with his race car track that was electric, and it was around like maybe almost 4, and I see my mom walk by. So you guys were up at 4 in the morning. That's what my kids be doing. She said, I see my mom walk by in her pink nightgown, and I get up to go to the hallway and look in the living room, and she's just sitting there smoking a cigarette in the dark, and I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? And she's not saying anything, but I see her smoking and I can see the cigarette. So I turn on the hallway light and all of a sudden she was gone. Like she was never there. I was like, what the heck? And I go look in her room. She was laying down asleep in her blue nightgown. I got goosebumps and so cold. I freaked out and ran to my room and locked the door. My brother asked me what was wrong. I said nothing. And we watched TV and went to bed. Girl, I would never went to bed after that. I've been like, Mom's a ghost.
I would have told like my sibling, like, dude, I just saw this.
Yeah, but okay, in 5th grade, yeah, maybe. They're old. But I feel bad. I never want my kids to see anything like that. She said, I later ended up telling my mom, and she ended up telling me that there was something in our house and that it would pace the hallway at night, trying to get into our bedroom, but it couldn't because she had a cross that was blessed hanging above our bedroom door. She told me her stories about what she saw too. And after that, some crazy shit happened in our house that till this day when I talk about it, no one believes me, but after she passed when I was 16, I felt it gone. Hard to explain, but it didn't feel like I was being watched anymore. So like her mom passed. But I believe, like, I don't know, because we always I feel like we always had like creepy stuff happen, and then all of a sudden, like, I always felt like so unsettled at my mom's house, like just like creepy when I lived with her, and like I couldn't sleep, and I would wake up every night like at 3 in the morning just like for no reason, and I would have nightmares, and it was just bad. And I like Pookie would have like these episodes where she couldn't breathe, like we called the ambulance so many times because she couldn't breathe. She'd be like like something was like choking her. And like, so finally one night I found the cross that we had, like a rosario, and I put it on my door because I didn't know what else to do. So I just put it on my door handle. And then after that, everything stopped. She said, my grandma's house, she rented a room to a lady who lost her 1-year-old son. His own father killed him. Me, I never believed in spirits or haunted houses. Well, the lady started doing black magic to communicate with her son. One day she was out, no joke, we started to hear a little boy in her room, and she rented out a room to the lady who lost her. Okay, I thought she rented a house. No, she rented the room
to a lady that lost her.
So one day when the lady was out, they went and they heard a little boy in that lady's room. The one that lost her son. She had all his baby toys in there. Oh, that's so creepy. We heard the baby toys turn on, and my grandma knew she was gone for the day. And she had a spare key, so she opened the door and everything turned off, and she felt a cold ass breeze run right next to her legs, and we heard stomping running down the stairs. I will never forget that. Oh no.
What the hell?
I have a contraction.
I just think, honestly, like those kind of things, like spirits that are still here, like that, like kids that,
I feel like people that lose their kids are very desperate though, like to have them back and just like communicate with them. But
yeah.
Oh my god.
But it's just like, como dice, like kind of, I believe in that. They're gonna be here until they rest. Like you have to,
like, let them go.
You have to let them go. You have to be okay with them because they're not gonna move on if you're not okay. I feel like
so
if you're not.
Stay here and like I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about like any kind of spirits visiting. Like what were we listening to? The one where what was in Don Cheto?
Don Cheto?
Yeah, and then he was saying how like the grandma was like, oh, I'm gonna take you guys with me when I go. And then the grandma started like, and then everybody that she said she was gonna take started dying slowly, like little kids, like the uncles, like the nephews of her,
the mom, and then
the next one was gonna be the guy that rode in.
The guy that was pretty much next, he was like, so I'm scared. He was the one that telling the story. And he was like, I'm scared because I don't know what's going to happen to me because I was her favorite grandson.
Yeah, so he felt like he was going to be next to be taken.
Yeah.
Because like everybody was
so
dying.
Crazy because I
feel like, girl,
grandma,
what kind
the great grandma or something, the grandma, whatever, she was already like sick, so she was like going to die.
It's kind of messed up. Like,
and then she
why
was
are
like,
you going to take
people? Die, why am I
the only person I'm going to take when I die, so.
Hell
then
no, bitch.
They're gonna have someone out here like, she would have wanted you to move on.
No, the fuck I wouldn't.
But anyways, oh my god, I look so bald-headed.
Bald-headed?
I'm gonna have to put a blur over my face. Anyway. The next one is, I used to go, the next one said, I used to go, I didn't really read this one. I like tried to skim so that I'd be like, so that I didn't know the story either. So that's why like I can't really read. I used to go to a forest next to the ocean, about 5 minutes from, there's a forest next to the ocean? Y'all freaking crazy.
Isn't there sand right next to the ocean?
Like at night?
Who the hell does those things?
Would you do that?
No. If you're gonna do that, you better expect something to happen.
Whenever people do that, I'm like, you know what? I hope something happens to you. Okay. Me is a little too rational.
You, for real. I would never. Not at night.
She said, I used to go to a forest next to the ocean, about 5 minutes from where I live with my BFF, and we always saw something or heard stuff. I've seen duendes that look like little kids' shadows, and we swore that we saw the devil once, and it was creepy. Everything happened always around 12 a.m. We would go every single day for almost 2 years. Why, you guys? Sometimes I saw things that he didn't. Wait, with your BFF or your boyfriend? Or was your BFF boy? Y'all dated? Okay, anyways. Sometimes I saw things that he didn't, or he could hear things that I couldn't. And once we were eating in the car and watching a movie on my iPad when we saw the short person like the size of a toddler crossing the street naked, but whatever it was, it looked old, and I tried to turn on the headlights and turn on the car and it wouldn't turn on. I was freaking out till it was nowhere to be seen. The car turned on. Dang. So they say if you disturb their territory, they follow you home. Duendes?
I don't know. My mom said they would.
What are duendes?
My mom says they would see that. They would see that a lot in Mexico, in El Rancho.
I know. There was a time where literally it was like a big thing. Like duendes was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a bunch of videos of them.
And then the brujas.
Fucking
No, not the
creepy
brujas.
videos because they look real.
Yeah, brujas.
But I don't believe them. I haven't tried to see them, but like, aren't duendes gnomes? Garden gnomes?
Garden gnomes
with a little red hat.
No, well, yeah, but duendes is something like just small, short people, pretty much. Not like people, like real people.
So yo.
It's so y'all duendes. No.
So I'm a duende?
But, I don't know. Pinche duenda.
The only short people I'm scared of is my kids. Waking up at 8 in the morning. I ain't trying to see that. Okay.
En esta siguiente historia les contaremos lo que ha pasado con la ex mamá de la casa que estaba. No.
What would you say? Oh, I don't know.
Ex, huh?
I would have Saul read, but honestly.
I get scared.
No, you just can't read.
I can read. In Spanish.
Okay, next time we'll do one in Spanish fully. She said, once when I was a teen, me and my sister shared a bedroom together and we would always sleep with our window open at night. That's your fail number one. Who sleeps with their window open? Oh,
a lot of people. My brother Luis, he cannot sleep.
My
with
cousin
it.
Christina.
Yeah.
Like literally without even the screen on it.
I remember when we saved the night over there.
It's because it's California and it's hot, but like...
Bro, not a screen? I at least have a screen so that you can...
Dude, I don't be trusting people like you guys do. Okay, we're back.
Estamos de regreso para contar.
Okay.
Para seguir estas.
She said once when I was a teen and my sister shared a bedroom together, we'd always sleep with our window open at night and I slept with my cat. That sounds like Christina.
She have a cat?
She did. Or she does, I don't remember. So as I'm sleeping, I start dreaming like I'm being sucked under my bed. It felt like a scary movie, so I gasped out loud because I was trying to wake myself up, and I did, but I also woke up my two sisters who looked at her bedroom window because our curtain fell during the night, and it never did before, just that one time. And my older sister saw something that was black and had really scaly hands looking at us. And not to mention our bedroom is on the second floor, so like what the fuck was that? Anyways, we start screaming bloody murder and this motherfucker was about to drag us to hell or wherever. Anyways, my mom and my brother wake up scared as hell thinking someone broke in and came to our room. I swear it felt like a million years for my mom to get to the bedroom. Anyways, long story short, we all go to sleep in our living room because we're shook now. And all of us, even my cats, are downstairs in my living room. My bedroom's above us, and our bunk bed we had started to lift off the ground and no one was even up there. I swear I've never been scared like that in my life, and now I never sleep with the window open after that.
The fucking bunk bed started to lift up?
That's my worst fear, is seeing something levitate, because I'm
yeah,
like, that's
because
demonic.
like then that's like when things start to move, I feel like that's
that means,
strong energy.
Yeah, that's like
really
the energy is like not good, like, and it has power. I would hate to see something on the set. I would rather see something on the first floor than the second floor, like something out the window. Because like a second window, like what are you gonna see out your window? Like that's for sure haunting. I'd rather like see an actual man trying to come in my window. Oh, there was one night where I was laying in my bed and deadass heard my mom scream my name from the kitchen, and I screamed back, "What?" And I'm not getting a response. I continued to lay in bed. Mind you, it was only me, her, and my baby sister who was like 2. So I continued to lay there and I hear her scream my name again, and I was like, oh my god, what? And I didn't get a response, so I got out of bed and went to the kitchen and said, what, mom? And she's like, bro, no one was there. And I went to her room, no one was there, and it turns out she left like an hour before, and I was so scared.
I hate that shit.
Oh, she said, so this is a different one. She said, one time me and my mom were home alone and I was little, but I was playing with my Barbie dolls in my room, and I heard her call me, and I said, what, mama? And she didn't answer. I hate when she does that. And I went downstairs to see what she wanted, and I felt someone push me down the stairs, but nobody was upstairs. And I ended up breaking my arm because I fell down the stairs. And when I told my mom why I was going down, after she asked, she said that she never called me to go downstairs, and she was cleaning me with the Weibo for a week after that. Should I do one last one?
One more, and then we'll go and say one.
We'll go. Well, I don't really have any that are like terrifying. Ow, babe, me.
The only ones are pretty much are.
That wasn't even scary.
What? You don't even know what I'm saying.
I know. Okay, she said, my ex's mom's house was haunted, so every time I would go, something would always happen. Girl, I would not go and I would break up with him.
Shit.
First one, the very first time I went over, and I won't forget because it was traumatizing. We were out in the garage having a good time with my ex's dad and his siblings, just talking, and my ex's brother was craving some chocolate cake they had in the fridge, so we all started craving it, and we all ended up getting up and going to the kitchen. We opened the door, we saw his mom standing in the kitchen, and he noticed it wasn't her because she would have said something by now, so he grabbed his chancla and threw it at the robe, and that thing just fell. I was so scared. I was like, nope, I'm leaving. I hope you left him too. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why he the ex?
That's why he's your ex, huh?
Dude, that's crazy.
I don't want to see things. Like, why is the robe there? Why is it floating? Why did the ghost just put it on without asking? And why he threw the chancla?
But the thing is, when more than one person sees it, it's like, holy
yeah.
shit, that's crazy. When you're like in a group and you see something.
Yeah. Tell them what the thing that I'm most scared of is. You already know. If you really love me, you know what I'm scared of.
A story that happened to us or no?
No, not to us. That you heard on one of the damn shows. And I'm literally traumatized. I don't like it.
I can't remember.
The driving one. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm like...
The one where the mom was just staring at him.
Oh, no, that wasn't... So it wasn't... Historia de Ultra Tumba. And so it was just like...
Hey, can you talk soft?
Shit. So it was the mom and she was...
No.
No, so she was possessed. And they didn't know it yet. So she would like... Sometimes the demon would possess her and she would unconsciously do shit that she didn't know, obviously. And one time the kid got in the car. She went to pick him up from school. And the whole time, she drove home while staring at her son. Literally.
Stop.
Babe, ouch. Scared me. No, like she literally was like this.
And then
and drove home all the way, made every turn and parked. And then when they got home, she like, stopped.
Ew. Because like, how are you going to drive home and like not crash when you're staring at your child like this?
Yeah.
But I always like, whenever we're driving, I'm just like, to make sure he's not staring at me.
And I'll be like,
stop. Don't be looking at me, babe. If you're ever possessed, I'll stab you. I don't care.
babe.
I won't even try to save you. But then the demon will come into me. Your scary story. No, that's the thing that I'm most... That's the story that I'm most afraid of.
The one that, it was pretty much similar to those, but it wasn't... I didn't get like scared because everyone was there. But it was when... I was... No, at your mom's house.
Nah, my mom's house always fun.
I know, that's why I was like, I didn't get scared, but it was kind of creepy because like I was literally like sitting down watching TV. And it's like, so it's like the couch and then there's a wall that separates the living room from the kitchen. And I heard, you went to go see your mom. Like you had just went over there and I sat down. And then I was just watching TV and then I hear like drawers opening and like literally the sound of a bag. Like when you're grabbing a bag.
Like bags wrestling.
Yeah, and then like the last thing I heard was just like when someone opens a cabinet and then they close it. And I was like, babe.
I heard you saying babe and I was like, and I come out of the bathroom like, what?
No, like, I said it like twice. I was like, babe. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then like I got up and I went to the kitchen, no one was there. I'm like, and then I went to the room and you were, I think that's when you had came out of the bathroom or we were with your mom or something. Like, I was like, were you guys just in the kitchen? And I was like, no.
So, gracias por mirar y los esperamos en el siguiente episodio de historias. Ver para creer.
Ow!
God damn, I still don't know what that show is.
You still didn't find it? Anyways, if you guys know what he's trying to talk about, because he's been trying to search for it.
Please, comment down below what that show is. It's literally like, I can't remember what it was, but it sounds like, Ver para creer. But it was like this one guy with glasses and he would used to say a lot of
I don't understand.
creepy stories. That's you.
Don't you dare stare at me. Don't!
Babe,
your eyes just
stop.
turn black on the screen.
I'm like,
stop it!
babe! See, you're the one that creates bad energy.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys want part 2 to this, there's more stories in my inbox, but I can't even read them all because there were some that like went into depth with like pictures and videos. But anyways, if you guys want me to read more, let us know. Yeah, if
I'm trying to get those.
I know, we're gonna have to watch a freaking SpongeBob or something. If you guys want us to do part 2,
Let us know.
Let us
and
know. Or
also
something else maybe. I don't know.
DM us more stories if you guys want. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have a lot on there. But
there is a lot of stories. I couldn't get to them all. But I honestly didn't even pick like... I wasn't choosing like best ones. I just chose the ones that like I had time to skim through and like just screenshot them. But yeah, guys, I'm still scared. So we'll do a different video or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a different types of stories.
Like what? Like
sex. I'm just kidding.
Sex positions that have made you a better Masutra.
Ew! No. What is that? Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Los esperamos en el siguiente episodio. Thank you. Bye.
My hand's too short to reach over there. Can you turn it off?
Yep. Nos vemos. Adiós.
It's already 12.
¿Cómo se paga esta madre?
Babe, stop.